What is going on, all you lovely people out there? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Hora, and this is a lovely penguin. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Guys, today for you, I have something very different than what we normally do here on the channel. I mean, we're still reacting, but to different kind of content. Today, we're going to be reacting to Zach King. He is a gentleman that I have worked for on and off for a while. I'm a freelance worker, so they hire me into work every once in a while. And I absolutely love them. So today we're going to be watching Revealing the Surprising Ways I Make My Illusions. It's a behind the scenes video. I'll say this, I'm not in every single clip. I didn't work on every single clip in here, but I did work on quite a few. You'll actually see me in the video as well, which is pretty cool. But it's just been such an honor and a privilege to be able to work with Zach and his team. They're some of the best people I've worked with in the industry, to be honest with you. And the builds that we get to do for him are some of the most creative builds I've ever had to do. And that's probably why I love working for him the most. So when people say like, oh, what's your favorite build? It's almost always going to be one of the ones I did for Zach. And yeah, if you guys could imagine him being a really nice guy from the videos and stuff, you're right, because he is. He's really great. So I'm pretty sure Zach's going to see this video too. So love you, dude. All right, let's dive in. Oh, before we get started as well, make sure that you sub to the channel and then maybe check out the Patreon we have going on down low. It's got a bunch of exclusive content. You'll love it. All right, here we go. So just real quick, if you couldn't tell, the video on the left-hand side, sorry. Ooh, video on the left-hand side is a video that was on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, all those things. And then we got the behind-the-scenes video right there. Pretty cool to see how it happens, right?
Okay. Oh, I can't believe I haven't made this video yet. You all keep asking, how do you make your tricks? Here's the thing, magicians aren't supposed to reveal, but technically by trade, I'm not a magician. I'm a filmmaker. I make videos, so let's reveal it all. Buckle up. Buckle up? Am I a pilot or something? Emergency exits are gonna be in the... Let me show you how I made some of my top videos. Let's get into it. I've always loved the word.
I may not be on the screen very much, but do you recognize somebody? Recognize someone? That's me. That's me. Yeah, I'm gonna let him talk first, then I'll talk a little bit.
Word pun of a pool table, that it could be a swimming pool and also the pool that you play billiards on. The difficult part about this video was actually building the custom swimming pool that was below, but we realized halfway through we didn't need a custom swimming pool. We actually could just put a bathtub there. So I'm technically taking a bath in this video. One of the things that made this video really complex was the reset time. Not only was all the water coming out, we had to dry the set, but I had to go change and get in a dry pair of clothes every time. And the video went super smooth, except I left something in my pocket for one of the takes.
Oh my God. The worst. The worst.
Speaking.
So before we get into the next bit there, hold on. So this was not, oh shoot, was this the first one? This was one of the earlier shoots that I worked on when I started working for Zach. And to be honest with you guys, I was pretty nervous. I don't really get starstruck or anything, but you know, I wanted to impress. You know, I wanted to make my little I wanted to make my mark, you know? And guys, I have been saying it over and over again. If you've been watching any of my set breakdown videos, anytime there's water on set, I've been telling you guys, heat it up for the talent. Make sure the water's a little warm. And he is one of the very first talent that I did that for. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, it was really, really cool. When I was filling up this bathtub that we had under this pool table, and I had a little tea kettle, one of those like Instant Pots or whatever. You plug it in, it heats it up. And I just went back and forth, probably put like 3 or 4 just into the tub directly, boiled water. And like I remember he walked out and just like he's like, oh, like how's the water? He's like, oh, it's warm. And I go, oh yeah, I heated up some water and you know, just made it so it wouldn't be freezing. And just that quick moment of gratitude where he's like, oh wow, thanks man, like that's really really awesome, thank you so much. It was just like such like an awesome feeling. And like this shoot, like he said, was such a nightmare for resets. So much water would come out of that table when he would come out. Obviously, you see this girl, she has the towels and stuff for Zach to actually dry himself off. We had a ton of different clothes for him, all the same stuff, just that he could redo it over and over again. And like, we had like 30 towels because the water would just shoot out and then go all over the studio. We tried making a wall out of towels and stuff so the water wouldn't go too far. It was just such a nightmare. But at the same time too, the effect came out so good, so clean, so crisp. And like when I got hired onto this, I was supposed to just be doing art and stuff. And then like Zach came out and was like, oh, can we like just run some blocking for the shots or whatever? So they had me hitting the pool balls and stuff, and I was wearing my work clothes or whatever. And then he was just like, hey, like, do you want to just be in the video since like you know what to do already and we don't have to teach whoever else is gonna. I was like, oh yeah, totally. So like I got to be the guy. It was really cool, really a flattering thing. And it was just like crazy to me too, because like in my mind I'm like, dude, I remember seeing this guy on Vine back in the day. The very first video he put out was a video that was ripping off shirts, and there would just be like a new different color shirt under each shirt that he would rip off. And I remember just being like mind blown. And then I remember being here on this set being like, this is so weird. I'm like, I'm with this dude from Vine. Like, and I mean, it had to have been like 4 or 5 years later that I'd seen him on Vine. Maybe even longer, actually, now I'm thinking about it. But it's just like such a funny thing. But dude, this video, I was so stoked how it came out. And like, it's really not a hard trick. Also, it just goes to show too, like Zach King, like, although yeah, they do their magic and stuff, like it's a lot of practical effects. Like they didn't even have to do that much digital correcting on it for this video. Just saying. It's pretty impressive.
Oh my goodness.
Also, such a bummer about the fall.
Speaking of pools and water, this is a trick I shot with Jason Derulo. Now,
This is another
for a couple
really
years,
cool
I had
one.
actually been trying to do this levitating towel trick. Couldn't figure out exactly how to do it. And I was able to pull off this levitation trick with Jason because of the amazing engineering of my art team. And we figured out how to build that perfect chair to make that towel levitate. And of course, Jason's always a great sport, falling on his butt a million times.
Yeah, I wasn't on for this one. But it's also another really cool
If
video.
you've watched my videos over the years, you probably noticed this theme of
Like, did you see how they do it? So as you can see, they have like the easiest way that they could do it is like they have the towel and then they just stuck a couple poles through. Those are probably broom handles or something like that. I don't know exactly what it is because I wasn't there. But like, it's just so simple. So it's something they can drop and it makes it look like the towel drops. Plus they get to hold the form of the chair. And it's just like, it's such a cool thing. It's so cool. That's why I love Zach King, is like he makes some of the craziest stuff.
If you've watched my videos over the years, you probably noticed this theme of flying. I always love the idea of flight. What if you could use cardboard to fly? What if you could fly with an umbrella? What if instead of the Wright brothers, it was actually the wrong brother who invented the first flight and it went wrong?
Oh no!
Now, I've always thought
I will say I have no idea how they did that one. I know they had like they would make a prop plane, so like he probably just threw the prop plane, and then like yeah, I don't actually know how they did the rest of that one. Also, I can't give away everybody's secrets, so you know.
pressure washers, if you had a couple of them, maybe they would be strong enough to levitate you, kind of like Iron Man. So I made a video about it here. We've got a professional stunt team here. We've got a crane, of course. It was on one of the takes that I just fell a little off kilter and landed the wrong way. That video got immediately more expensive, brutal. And then I looked at it, I was like, hopefully I just hit one spot, but you can see it's both my knee marks. That's knee number 1, knee number 2.
Dude, for that video, I wasn't on for that one either, but I was at the studio building for another project that they were working on. And I remember coming out as I wrapped up my day and like just seeing Zach hooked up to these ropes, literally exactly what you guys saw out there. And they're just practicing the motions and stuff. So like they didn't actually drop them yet, but like they're just practicing it and making sure it would look good. And they're trying it out with the hoses. And a lot of people don't realize just how much it takes and like how much they are willing to practice and make sure that we get it right, so that when we do the real take, we don't have to do that many of them, because a lot of these setups have a really, really tough reset. So obviously, like he just did on that one, he cracked the windshield of the car, and that means like basically no reshoot after that, like no resetting. There's no way unless you have a fresh windshield coming in, which I don't think they did. Luckily they got it on that shot though, right?
If you want to levitate without a bunch of production crew and fancy rigging and a stunt team, you can actually levitate like this at home. Check this out.
So creative too.
Well, it's still a work in progress.
The tilted room concepts are always really fun to make, except what you don't realize as a viewer is they take a lot of physical core strength.
Yep. I will say this, I didn't work on this one either, because obviously a lot of the videos that they do like don't require a full team for it, just like a couple of people filming. So like I will say I have had to paint that room, the flipping room. I've had to paint that a couple times. And I didn't actually set it up, but that's where I learned how you would set that up, by looking at how they had it set prior to me being there. So it was just a really, really cool. The whole structure is incredible. It's such a cool set. But yeah, also painting that thing can be a nightmare. Especially because it's like when the room turns, people will step on it and then they get scuff marks on the walls. And then it flips back to where they're walls, and then there's like footprints on the walls. So you got to keep painting it over and over again.
You got it?
Yep, I got it.
Which I don't have. I need to work out more.
Just follow me.
Nah, you're good, Zach. You got it.
Okay.
You got this, Zach.
Let me see it.
I love shooting with Dude Perfect because they're high energy, they're really creative, but they're also willing to go physically all out for their tricks. I gotta give serious props to Tyler on this one for getting hit with that ball so many times.
You'll hit him in the face, right?
Pound me in the face.
He'll block.
I always get
See, that's the nice thing is like I was saying, a lot of the effects are practical, and then they just clean it up in post, and it makes it look really magical.
a kick out of those diet soda.
Right?
Let's not cut
Pound me
Zach
in the
off.
face.
He'll block.
I always get a kick out of those diet soda and Mento videos, and so I thought I'd make my own with a little twist with some elephant toothpaste. I knew it was fake. Oh, look out!
Oh my gosh!
Get out of here!
No, what?
Stop
Oh
it!
my goodness!
Hurry, shut the door!
Yo, for this one, I was so bummed I didn't get to be there for the day that they shot this one, because I set the room up. So like before they had this one set up, they had it set up for like a temple dungeon type thing. And we had to like rip all that stuff off the wall and then repaint the whole thing and make it look nice and move some furniture in and out. And then I built those stages that they're standing on right there. There's 3 different stages, and I built those. And then we cut a hole in the wall where that poster is when you're looking at the video, so that the person who is, in fairness, I don't know what the chemicals that they put in it, but the people who poured the chemical into this that thing, he would just pour it through the window and then close the door, right? And like that's how it would happen. And it's just like, yeah, they just run off and get away from it, and it was just super, super cool. I was so bummed I couldn't be there for this day. I wish I could have been there so badly. It looked like such a cool shot. It was one of those things, you get booked onto another job and scheduling and all that kind of stuff, but hey, it is what it is.
I had no idea what to expect.
Oh wow, yeah, you can really feel the heat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, also that stuff does get
hot.
really hot.
So we are making an alien film today, although between us, I don't believe in aliens. They're not real.
Hey, Jace, come back, Jace.
Look how clever that setup is, though. Like, even you can see the wires, but it looks so real.
Hey, no, hey, aliens! No, that's blurry. Every time. This next one, I debated about not showing you this, but it's just funny and silly.
I've never quite understood why people don't like vegetables, because I've always found them rather sweet.
This is one of
Like,
my all-time favorite
so
behind-the-scenes
clever.
videos because it shows that you can do things all in camera and not have to do, you know, massive editing to it. And this is just a special piece for me too because it had my kids. We were out in the middle of the wilderness camping. It was just good times.
Here you go.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this video on TikTok or Instagram or wherever I saw it, I had such like art department envy. I was like, oh, that's such a cool build. I was like, oh, I wish I could have been a part of that. That was sick. The video's so good. And it's like, I guess it's because I've done enough builds with them now that it's like I could kind of figure out what they did. And I'm like, oh, I know exactly how I would build this. And it's, I mean, it's the way they did it. It's surprisingly simple, but it's just the way that it cuts through. It's just so, it's amazing. Like I said, these guys who work here are some of the most creative people around. You know, they're gonna take the industry by storm. That's all I'm saying. Watch out.
Sometimes I'll treat my videos as a challenge, like let's not do a jump cut in this one, but let's actually make this one take. This one here, the snowball explosion, you can see could have been a jump cut, but we actually figured out how to move the set and just do it in one take. It was fun.
Look
Actually,
who it
that
is.
video got me pretty seasick over and over. I am so bad with motion sickness. I have to wear patches when I go swimming in the ocean.
So that one, sorry, this video, another one I was so stoked to work on. So I didn't actually have to build the set piece that is moving. However, obviously you could see that was me in the video pushing the thing. And I just was set decorating. So I made the two scenes look the same, but one was Christmas, one was not. And like, dude, that snow that we got was so slippery for like no reason. So it's funny, like when you see Zach take the step out here and fall down, that was real. Like that's full on real. He totally was falling. And I remember doing this video and just being like, dude, how hard do you want me to push this thing? Like he kept looking at me like, dude, can we go faster? And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, hold on. And like I remember towards the end of filming, like we got to the point where it was like I was shoving that thing mad hard, real fast, you know, to the point where I think we hit a point where he's like, okay, I think don't go faster than that. But like it was a really fun shoot, tiring but fun.
I'm so bad with motion sickness.
Look at
I
him.
have to wear patches when
Totally
I go swimming
fell.
in the ocean.
Over here, we've got a set that's raised, and we've got a giant
Those are my
chair
stages
that's
I built.
almost as tall as me. And when I jump onto here, from the perfect camera angle, it looks like I'm miniature on this chair. It's kind of like a setup they used to use in Lord of the Rings.
Wow, this looks great, babe.
Thanks. Whoa! Oh.
There you go. You want to roll?
Yes. Oh, and some butter, please. Thanks.
Fun fact, I used to tap dance with my sisters growing up, and I wanted to make a tap dancing video trick, but I was actually really rusty at tap dancing, so I called in some backup, and we had a clever way to make it look like I was a pro tap dancer.
Another such a good video. So I will say this one, I officially didn't work on the video, but I happened to be in the studio working on another video, and they were just like, hey dude, can you quickly just help us out with this? I was like, bet, I got you guys. And like, it is such a simple setup, but at the same time, the mirror actually cuts off like that chair and the plant in the background. So we had to get like matching stuff to be behind them, right? So behind the tap dancer, there's a matching chair, there's a matching table, there's a matching plant, and everything. So that as the camera pans, it looks like the stuff's like splitting in half or whatever, and then you're like, oh, it's a mirror, you know? And like, yeah, it's just like a quick little thing that's just like a really funny little build. But like, still, super. This one's actually a really tough one. Anytime you're doing anything with mirrors where they have to line up, particularly how, if you notice, she has to pan out and then come back to the same spot, that's a really hard thing to do. So props to them again.
Just as a filmmaker, I love making videos that you just can't tell how they were shot.
Gotta love it. Nice perspective change.
There it is, another sideways room. I'll make you a promise. If you like this video and get it to 100,000 likes, I'll make a part 2 revealing more tricks. It'll help me know that you want to see more. And what also helps is I just realized I talk with my hands a lot. Anyway, good hanging out with all of you.
Me too.
I'll see you later.
So yeah, by the way, in case you were wondering, they hit that goal. They made that second video. Doesn't mean you shouldn't go like, share, and sub to Zach as well, and then go and do the same thing to that next video. But yeah, I just always have wanted to be able to show you guys a little bit of the work that I actually do. And for the most part, so much of it, I have to sign NDAs, and I can never talk about it. Or by the time that any of that projects come out, I've already forgotten about it. I've lost my pictures. I don't even remember anything. I mean, let's be honest, my memory is terrible to begin with. So you guys know that. But yeah, it's it's just so cool to be a part of videos like this. And it's something too that it's like I never ever thought I'd be doing, you know? And like I said, I can't say enough nice things about Zach and his team. Like, they really are genuinely people that are a pleasure to be around. It's a lot of fun. The whole crew is. And like I said, I love when they come with a challenge. Like, hey, dude, can you build this? Oh my God, I bet. And I will say this, I'm going to give away a secret. Half the time they say, can you build this? I don't know. I just say, yeah, I can do it. But I'll tell you this, I'm going to figure it out. And so far, they haven't given me anything I haven't been able to build. So that's good news. That's very, very good news. So, guys, like I said before, if you get a chance, go make sure you're sub to Zach, and then also sub to me, because I need to grow too, because I want to be just like my guy Zach. No, but seriously, I do. I want to grow. I want to. Obviously, we do a lot of different content, so I wouldn't be exactly like Zach, but I do want to grow, and I want to be an influence for good, just like Zach is. So there is that. Just like he does, I also love entertaining people and bringing a little bit of extra happiness into people's lives. So let's keep liking and subbing and doing all that stuff. And then I check out the Patreon too, because I'd love to be a little bit more supported. But yeah, guys, I love you. Stay aggressively positive. And we'll catch you on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.